If you're looking to drastically improve your confidence, then you have come to the right place. And this video is for you. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Dr. Jeremy Blunt, and I'm excited that you have discovered my channel and you have tuned in today for our video on how to drastically improve your confidence. Visualize and believe. Think about a time when you completed something that you felt confident in. Where were you? What were you doing? Who were you around? How did you feel in that moment? Now, thinking of those things, I want you to visualize something that you need confidence to complete. But I want you to see yourself as in already have done it. Who would you like to be there? Where would you like to be? What are you doing after you complete it? And most of all, how do you feel after having done it? Because the first part of this has to be you seeing yourself there. You can never exist in a place that you never exposed yourself to, at least in your mind. So begin by visualizing and believing. After you have visualized, you have to decide to go. At some given point in your life, you have to make a decision. And if you're still watching this video, I believe you've already made that decision to go. You see, success does not come knocking at your door. You have to go to get it. So my next point is very simple. Decide to go and get it. Feed your ego. Now, I know most of the time you hear the word ego and you think of it as such a bad word. But actually, by definition, ego is your self-esteem and your self-confidence. You have to feed it. And how are you going about doing that? Well, here's a couple tips on how to feed your ego. What do you do when you first wake up in the morning? Studies show that the first 30 minutes when you get up in the morning, your brain is working at its highest level of capacity. So what are you doing during that time to feed your mind? Take a few minutes. I like to take 3 every day. And I call them my gratitude moments. That I just think about all the things that I'm grateful for. And I just run down the list. I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for that. And then I move into my meditation or prayer, or what am I going to feed my mind with musically? Yes, music has an awesome power. So I would tell you, put you on some tunes that feed your mind. Now, there are a lot of different music genres out there, so I'm not going to tell you which genre to listen to each his own. But listen to the messages. Feed your mind with something that causes you to grow, causes you to feel empowered, causes you to want to push yourself and do more for your day. This is important for you to set the tone of your day. See yourself walking in confidence. Now, I've already talked about visualizing, but I want you to see yourself. So them 30 minutes that you spent getting your mind together and pouring into your mind, walk in that confidence. And then identify at least 3 things that you plan on accomplishing it. You see yourself completing them, and then you set out to knock those out. A lot of times, I'll start the night before, and I'll identify a couple things that I want to see myself complete the next day. And then I wake up and I give myself a deadline. By noon, no later than 2 o'clock. And I wake up, and when I start to work, those are the first things that I'm working on. The first things that I'm targeting. When I complete those, when I meet those targets, Now, of course, then I know I'm going to feel confidence because I can say, I checked something off. Now, if maybe you don't have that kind of time, maybe you get there and you start off and then all of these other things come from here, there, and everywhere. Well, that's why you work by a list. Create yourself a list, those 3 things that are on that list. And then when other things happen, okay, where are they on my priority list? Do I need to put them before the things that I already set out to do? Or do I need to add them because they can be done later? See, a large part of confidence is being able to say, I completed something, being able to give yourself a pat on the back, and be able to say, I accomplished this and I did this. Now I can move to the next task. So, setting the tone for your day by putting these instrumental things before your day ever really gets started. Connect to launchers. You know, when a spaceship is getting ready to shoot off into orbit, they put these rockets attached to it. And those rockets help it to propel into the atmosphere. So a large part of your confidence has to do with who's connected to you or what is connected to you. Position yourself around people that help to propel you toward what you're trying to reach. You know, there are some people, let's face it, you don't want to be around, let alone talk to, because they don't exactly encourage you. They're always negative about the things that's going on in their life, and they're just not encouraging. Well, those might not be the people that I'm talking about. But we all know those people that we go and talk to them, and it's just something about being around them brings you to a whole nother level. Those are the people that are your rockets. They're like cheerleaders. Whoever can actually add to your life, propel you, and push you to the next level can help you to be that launching pad for you. Tell yourself a different story. I was speaking with someone recently, and they began to share how they were in a marriage that was not beneficial for them. How their partner talked so negatively about them and told them what they weren't and called them names. And even though they got to a point where they knew the relationship was not beneficial for them, and they finally eventually left, they now were in a place where they constantly blamed their past partner for why they weren't now. Well, I asked them, I said, well, what is it that you told you during that time frame? What story were you telling you? Because it's not what other people tell you. It's actually what you tell you. I'm going to give you something to practice. And I did it today with someone. And I'm going to share it with you so you can do it. A little exercise. I want you to get someone and have them repeat after you 10 times the same thing. Whether or not, I'm pretty, I'm pretty, I'm pretty, I'm pretty. And you say it 10 times. And then afterwards, I want you, after they repeat it, after you get to the 10th time, just point to them and notice what they say. And then I want you to do a different experiment. I want you to have somebody repeat something different, but have them say something positive when you say something negative. And you say negative, say negative, say negative 10 times, and they say they're positive every time you say something negative. And after the 10th time, I just want you to point to them and see what they say. Because it's not the story that they tell or that someone tells you, it's the story that you tell you. So what are you telling you that you need to hear that can help propel you and get you where you need to be? Fix your focus. What are you gazing at? What are you looking at? I remember taking a safety class and for riding a motorcycle. And I remember the instructor saying that as you're passing by something, there was something called the 3 to 5 second rule. That as you pass by something, it's okay to look. But if you look too long, everything will shift and go in that direction. So what are you focused on? Are you focused on things so much that everything has gone in that direction? Because where your focus is, your attention follows. So fix your focus. If you're focused on negative, then that's the reason why you have negatives. If you're focused on something positive, then that's the reason why it's positive. Shift your focus. Fix your focus. Because remember, where your focus is, your attention follows. Lastly, I will tell you to create your own momentum. That's how you boost your confidence. You have to look in places that you go, the people that you are around, and the things that you do. 47% statistically of your mental state is a result of your environment. Your environment is not just the places that you're in, but it also has to do with the people and the things that you do. So to boost your confidence, surround yourself by people that will help you be more confident. If nothing else, by their confidence in what they're doing. Go places where people with confidence or people are doing the things that you want to do. And do the things that you see other people doing confidently. Now, I've talked a lot about what you tell yourself and the momentum and everything else, but there's another final piece to all of this. And that is, you have to create an atmosphere that keeps the momentum going. And you do that by being constantly open to continuous growth. Here's what that means. What motivates me today may not motivate me next week. So I have to be prepared to shift my motivation and be open to something else motivating me. Like many, I have gone through seasons where I've worked out, didn't work out, started routines, stopped routines, went to do right, didn't do right, and it seemed like I was going up and down and up and down until I realized it had to do with motivation. And I was motivated for a period of time, and then all of a sudden it was like somebody flipped off the switch. Well, here's your key. You have to constantly be open to find a new motivation. You can read all the different books that are out there and hear people talk about finding different things to motivate you. So that's what you need. If it means signing up for a race, don't just save money for a purpose. When you attach value to what you're doing, then it increases your commitment level. It increases your confidence. So, know what you're trying to do, know where you're trying to go, create yourself an atmosphere around people that will help you in doing things to bring it to action. Make sure you stay focused. And remember, momentum. You have to constantly pour into your momentum. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It has been an honor to bring it to you and pour into your life. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Follow us on our social media platforms. Information is also below. But most of all, if you know someone who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. If there is something specific you would like to hear me talk about or comment that you would like to make, by all means, leave it in the comment section. We do read them, and we're always looking for different topics that we would like to bring to you. Lastly, I want to leave you with a free resource, what I call my Established Phenomenal Growth Routine. It's a checklist of things that you can do to help get your day going and get you going in the right direction. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Dr. Jeremy Blunt, and as my shirt says, unapologetically stitched, our goal is to help you live unapologetically. I'll see you next time.